My mission is to inspire you to be the best you that you can be. Failure does not exist in a positive mind. Stay optimistic. Greetings and peace be unto you. This is the Inspiration Show entitled The Truth About Poverty. It's not what you think. In this show, I'm going to show you some places around the world and some places actually right in the United States. And you're going to be surprised that you're not going to know whether I'm talking about or showing you a third world country or if I'm showing you the United States of America. So what I'm going to do is when I show you the pictures and I start doing my little narration and stuff, I want you to guess. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to guess and figure out, is this America or is this some third world country? Because the amount of money that the United States of America has, as well as the wealth the United States of America has. Yes, we're going through the pandemic and everything like that, but trust and believe, there is nowhere else on the face of this green, on the face of God's green earth, that anyone would rather be than right here in America. Forget about all the other junk going on or whatever like that. It doesn't matter. And you know why it doesn't matter? Because there's always somebody that's going through worse. When I was in the service, I went to a couple of third world countries. And I'm going to tell you, when I realized I couldn't just hop on a train and head back home, I saw the reality of what it was really like to be in America. And I missed it real quick. Especially when I saw that people were living beyond the poverty line. Whatever that is. Okay? You're talking about people were literally fighting for like crackers. Stuff like that. They had cars that were decades, centuries old. And they were still trying to drive them. These guys, these motorcycles. I'm going to tell you, man. I love motorcycles, but trying to do my recording and anyways, I'm going to get into it. Yeah, whenever you finish. I'm going to get into it. And then I'm going to come back at the end and give my analysis. So let's take a journey, right? The next few photos is going to be different places around the world. I'm not even going to tell you exactly where yet. But there's poverty all over the world. And right about now, it seems like all we're really worried about are things like police brutality and racism. I'm not going to sit here and tell you these things don't exist, because they do. But on a more important scale, if you can't make money, if you can't eat, wash, and bathe properly, how in the world are you going to even be able to do one of them other things? If the police officer didn't eat this morning, if he ain't had nowhere to wash his behind this morning, you think he's worrying about trying to brutalize somebody in the street or be racist towards them? You think if the criminal is out in the street, he ain't eat, he ain't bathe, he's worrying about going out there committing a crime? Or is he going to go out there and commit a crime possibly to eat? The people you see here in this picture, they look like as if they would be glad to have a piece of cracker, bread, or anything just to have something to eat. Look at the living conditions. This whole setup right here, I'm going to call it a setup because it's supposed to be some kind of shelter house or something. Looks like it's made from like twigs, maybe some tree branches, something like that. And who wants to live like that? It's not safe. And on top of it not being safe, is it really shelter? It's not. Definitely not any shelter. I wouldn't want to live it like this if someone paid me to live like this. Because you know they have some of those shows. Was a Survivor was one of them. And then there was another one. There's the recent shows now. It was something called Naked and Afraid. I'm afraid just watching this picture. You think I'm going to go out in the middle of the woods somewhere and actually put myself in a situation to live like this? Nah, not at all. Here in the United States, we shouldn't be complaining about anything. And actually, oh, I just gave it away, didn't I? I was going to tell you where this is at. Okay, this isn't the United States. But there are places in the United States, believe it or not, that look just as bad as this. This is a third world country right here. This is actually Bangladesh you're looking at right now. And also the previous picture was the same country. And you got great people out there. I mean, there's great people all over the world. But I'm pretty sure that the subordinates, the government, has enough money for all those people out there to live comfortably. But that doesn't mean give it to them for free. Now, I'm not saying do that. But what it is the strain on the actual people is so high that they don't have anything to eat. So when you think of things like communism and things of that nature, that you think that everybody's gonna be the same, or gonna be eating the same way, or making the same amount of money wealth wise or whatever like that it's gonna be a good thing. But in all reality, it's not gonna be a good thing, because you're not gonna have your fullest potential to be able to succeed and reach your goals the way you want to. Because in communism, it's either everybody has or everybody has nothing. Now people try to say, everybody has, everybody will be able to be eating the same, whatever like that. Won't be any rich people. It'll be everybody having the same. Everybody's gonna have the same at the bottom, but at the top, oh no, they're gonna have the same. They're gonna have more. They're gonna make sure they have more than you do. Because you think about your places like Russia, think about your places like China. You think the president of China is eating oodles and noodles or eating plain white rice every day with butter? You think that's what he's eating every day? Or is that what the people are eating in these poor places that they can't afford to do better? Now, the pictures you're seeing now, welcome to the United States. Yes, this is the United States. This is not a third world country, although it may look like one as pictured. Because when I saw this picture myself for the first time, that's exactly what I thought. I actually thought it was a third world country. But what you're actually looking at, this is San Francisco. This is San Francisco, where they're defecating in the streets and pretty much doing whatever the heck they want to do, drug-wise. This is when your votes and your political stance on politics, this is when it comes into play. Because you got places that look like this that's inside the United States. This is disgusting. There's no way anywhere in the U.S. should look like this under any circumstances. I was going to go hard on this video and put New York in here too. But you know what? There's no need. Because there's places in New York that looks just like San Francisco right now. To the point that you can't tell whether you're in a third world country or you're in the actual United States. And that's horrible. That's horrible. This country is way too plentiful and wealthy for us to even have a corner looking like this, let alone a whole area. Things got to change. You got to be smart and investigate who you putting in office, be it a Democrat or Republican. You need to investigate. Don't just go blindly to the polls and say, my mother was a Democrat, my father was a Democrat, and they told me when I go to the polls, just vote Democrat straight down the line or vote Republican straight down the line. Nah, I think you need to know you need to know what you're getting yourself into and what you may be actually putting the matches to gasoline by voting for these rogue politicians like a Gavin Newsom, who is destroying California. You can't debate. He is doing nothing, absolutely nothing for California. Look at it. Or New York. I'm still trying to figure out who in the world really supports Governor Cuomo. What has he done? I don't know. And then in some cases, it's not just the governors. It's the governor and the mayor. It's like a tag team combination of evil. like we have here in New York. You know, we got a corrupt mayor and a corrupt governor. So it's like, forget about them being Democrat. They're just nasty people, straight up. Like, I mean, come on. So if you're one of these people that feel like your vote doesn't count, you might just want to just take a gamble and just give it a shot and see what happens. What do you have to lose? Anything's better than what you see right here.
So now we're at the end, and hopefully by now you figured it out that regardless of the poverty and however they say that America is suffering or whatever they're saying, we are still in the best place we could be, that being the United States of America. Peace.
Before you go, remember, faith, health, wealth, success. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.